Hey guys, so this house made the list because it is actually on the water. I intentionally came to this house during this time during low tide so you can see what the property looks like during that time because it is muddy. However, here are some images of what the property looks like during high tide. These are the listing images that show the water here instead of the mud, but wanted to give you the full understanding of what this house looks like during low tide. So take a look. So here we are approaching the dock. They have this patio here and this older dock that needs a little bit of love, but here is sort of like the marshy area, and this is low tide, of course, and then back there is the intracoastal waterway. It is a bit of a gloomy day and cloudy, so usually it's a lot brighter, but you see over there, I'm pointing at this dock that's out there. So that's where the deep water is. Out here are the boat lifts for Lucas Cove community. So the deep water is out there because obviously you could put a boat in the water. But this is sort of like the creek river area that runs into the intracoastal waterway that's out there in the distance. So as you can imagine, this, when it has water in it, is quite pretty. And then you have the intracoastal waterway as a backdrop over on the horizon. From the house, you can actually see the intracoastal waterway quite clearly. Now, again, I purposely came here during this time so you could get a full understanding of what it feels like at this time of the day during low tide. So let's head over to the house and take a look on the inside. As we get there, you'll see there is this fantastic size yard. There is just so much you could do in this backyard. You could create a complete outdoor oasis. It could just be really nice, plenty of room for a pool and some other outdoor entertaining type of activities. And I still think there's plenty of negotiating room with this price. Let's see how motivated these sellers are. So we're gonna hop inside the house and take a look. Let's go. Come on in. And you have this pretty tile accent there as you walk in. Have bedrooms down the hall there, and then the living space up here. Lots of room in the kitchen area. You've got this nice sized living space. Nice fireplace there. It is a little dark in here. It's gloomy outside today, so not a lot of natural light coming through the windows, but it is gloomy. Good sized living space. And then you have access to the back deck here through this double door. And again, it is low tide. But you can imagine it's so pretty. You do have a water view of the intracoastal back there from this porch. Back over here, let's enter the kitchen this way. Look at this, love it. Nice dining space. Again, access to the deck through a door, and you have a nice view from here. Another little living space over here. Love the size of this kitchen. This is a very unique floor plan for the island. You don't see this very much. So you've got all this cabinetry over here. You've got your gas cooking, little wine cooler there. Little view while you're cooking. Over here you have your first bedroom. Definitely some unique choices here. Love this piece of furniture. And this is the last room of the house that they're using as a closet. It could be a bedroom, but it doesn't have a closet. Let me know what you guys think of this house. Needs some love, but on the water.